Listening to Home Business Profits with Ray Higdon, where Ray shares tips and strategies for how to become a top earner in your company. Let's get into the episode.
Let's bring up our next special person. Sarah, what's going on?
Hey, Ray, how are you?
Good. Are those balloons in the background? Are you celebrating?
You.
Nice.
Yeah, my oldest celebrated her 10th birthday on the 19th, so they're still up.
That is a ton of balloons. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So cool. Well, everyone, welcome Sarah. Give her some love. And so tell us, where are you at? Where are you at in this journey?
Sure. So, well, I've been with my company for 5 years, and it has been such a journey. And I'd say that right now, my struggle where I'm kind of feeling stuck is figuring out why I'm not able to be consistent and full in every day. Like some days I'm like, whatever. Because I know what I know that I can. That's not the problem. But
have you created some success, or like how, what does that look like?
Yeah. So I've gone in and out of rank a couple of times. But last time I ranked up was at the end of April, and there was a huge shift. And, I've been in rank makers for over a year and have truly just really kind of doing the Ray dailies and action steps, and have found so much help from just other people chatting in there, not just the coaches. So I ranked up for the last time at this spot in April. And since then, I just felt that shift and realized that, yes, this is me. I am moving forward with my business. And I had some very specific goals that I was able to meet. I wanted to bonus and make those achievement awards so that I could send all 3 of my kids to the camps that they wanted to for the summer. And I was able to do that. And it was awesome. And then what? And then it stopped.
Do you have other goals, or was it basically, hey, I hit the goals that I set and, cool?
No, I do have larger goals. I am, at the top of 1% of my company, and
So you're currently in the top 1% of your company?
No, that's where I see myself.
Okay. All right, cool. Yeah. Got it.
That was just, that short-term goal for that time.
Why? So so just so I'm clear, so you set a goal of, I want to be top 1% in the company.
No, that's a long-term goal. My short-term goal was to be able to pay for all my kids.
Got that.
Yeah.
I'm looking for what are the other goals besides that? Was it the top 1%?
Top 1%. Yeah.
Why? Why did you want to be top 1%?
I want to be top 1% because I want to be able to wake up in the morning and freaking, just be there for my kids, go out on the, and do the things that I want to do. I want my husband to not be working in education anymore. While he's great at it, that's not his dream. And I want to be able to kind of get up and go when I want, where I want. And, I'm not there yet, but that is, that's my goal.
I think there's a couple things going on. One, I think you need to be more specific with, you were very specific on, I want my 3 kids to go to these camps, right? And so when we are specific and we have clarity, we do greatly increase our chances of doing the work. Mm-hmm. And so I'll just throw this out there at you. When you say, do what I want, is there any part of you that thinks, that's a little selfish?
No.
Okay. Because you were able to create and rock for the kids, but I wonder if you have that same muscle for yourself. Most people don't.
Okay.
Most people, if they literally have to do goals around other people because they don't think they deserve freedom, or they deserve the, what gives you the right to go here and there whenever you please. How
that
did
makes
your
sense a little bit, yeah.
did your mom work a lot of jobs?
No, she was home.
Okay.
She stayed home.
So she stayed at home. She stayed at home.
She stayed home till my younger sister was in kindergarten, and then started working in started waitressing, and she's still working now. She's 66, so she's yeah. I don't see her stop working anytime soon.
Okay. And so I would get clarity of what does that look like? What would we do, right? If husband was retired, what would that look like? What was your dad's work like?
My dad just retired like 2 years ago, but hard worker. He just, worked. He worked for PepsiCo, and then he worked for a big packaging company after that. My parents are divorced, so but all my step parents, everybody kind of worked hard. They all had money issues, which I think I am still dealing with. I guess I kind of bring that baggage with me wherever I go.
How does that show up?
I'm always, I can't say always, because I have been working on it a little bit, but I guess I'm, concerned about, where's the money going, and what's it going to, and do we have enough for this? And
do you manage the finances?
Yes.
Is your husband open to managing the finances, or he doesn't want to?
I've tried to have that conversation before.
Because management of finances, which my wife has done our entire relationship, and I'm actually now taking over, it is for most feminine energy extremely stressful. And when I look at the bank statement and I look at the transactions, I don't have any emotions around it. I'm just like, all right, what's this? Cancel it. What's this? Okay, keep that. What's it? To me, it's just there's just no energy there. There's no emotion. To her, it's very, very emotional. So it sounds like all the different parents, step parents, etc., were hard workers. Mm-hmm. And I have to think that there's a little bit of how come I could get to a point and not have to work? I just wonder if there's any worth issues there of, do I deserve to be free? Because it doesn't sound like any of them are free. Hmm. And it's not impossible,
right?
But it's really rare if all of the family members around us have money issues and we to think it's okay to be financially free.
Yeah. I mean, one, I think that I would feel way less stressful if my husband did take over the finances. And two, I mean, I guess I want to say, yes, I'm worthy of it, but maybe I really don't feel like that. I
mean, if you feel it or not. I mean, yeah. if you don't feel there's any issue there, then, that's fine. Then just get clear about your goal.
Right.
And, what would that look like? What would you do with more money? What would you do with more time? And what would you do with your husband with more time? The way to get your husband, your best way to get your husband to do it, there's two things. One, for me, there's, as far as things that stress me out, it's a very short list. Like kids getting hurt, like that would definitely stress me out. It's a very short list, but at the top of that list is a wife that's stressed out. And so like the top of the list, the thing that, I've gotten better at this, but the thing at the top of most husbands' list is if wife is stressed out, like you're questioning your manhood, you're questioning your life, you're upset, it's you do anything to change it. And so, I would, explain it in that manner of, hey, just so you know, doing the finances, it absolutely stresses me out. Is there any way that you can help me out here? And, Jess, last night she was telling me, she goes, I thought I'd have to deal with the finances the whole time. But man, since you've taken over, I can tell you my stress has plummeted. And she's just like, thank you, thank you, thank you. And there's a lot of benefits to her having more feminine energy, if you know what I mean. Yeah. and so it's been great. Like, no problem. And so the second way is just to, see your wish fulfilled, see the wish fulfilled, see the, him, doing it, just see it in your mind, feel how that would feel. And, women are better at that kind of thing, feeling the feeling. So I would say those two, like for right now, for where you're at, those two things, and just get clearer on what is it that you really want and what will you do with that financial freedom, because we have to fill a vacuum for something to become meaningful. And, like if we is like, I want to make $1 million, what will you do with it? Oh, right. It's like, probably not going to happen. But if you create, and Mark Hoverson used to talk about this, and you create a vacuum of, this is exactly what I'm going to do, it creates a space that literally has to be filled. It has to be filled. And so like create that space of what would life look like that's meaningful, that excites you, that would be beneficial to others and yourself and your family, and so like really create that space of what life would look like and feel like had you accomplished that thing. And, I think what needs to be done, and right. just do that with that in mind. At goal, this is what life will look like, and this is how I'll feel. And the better that becomes clear to you, and similar to Renee, without the caveats, without the but, right, none of that. Feel that, what that life looks like, and I think those are your next steps for you.
Okay, I like those. I think I definitely need to probably chat with my husband a little bit more about that, because while he 110% supports me and knows that like I am going places with my business, I don't know that he necessarily 110% believes in the industry. So
you cross that bridge later. You don't have to get him to believe in the industry. What gets him to believe in the industry is you producing.
Yeah.
That's what turns people. That's what turns spouses 100% of the time.
Yeah.
You go start making $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $8,000 a month. Oh, they'll believe. They'll be your biggest cheerleader. Right. I believed in you the whole time. But you trying to theorize them into believing is a waste of time. So I wouldn't do it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So those are two separate issues. You'll be shocked at how much more energy you'll have to do the work if he's willing to do that. That's how you show them. You show them through your actions, which lead to the results. Then he'll believe.
Okay.
But it's just one of those things. You can't theorize. You can't give him a great speech.
Right.
So, helpful?
Yes.
Awesome. We'll keep us in the loop, Sarah. We want to Rooting for you. I assume you're attending Rankmakers Live.
Yes.
So you'll hear Jess talk about money mindset and money management, and that'll probably help you out as well. But we're rooting for you. Thanks for coming on here. Give Sarah some love. Appreciate you.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Ray.
It absolutely stresses me out. Is there any way that you can help me out here? And, you know, Jess, I mean, last night she was telling me, she goes, you know, I thought I'd have to deal with the finances the whole time. But man, since you've taken over,